everyone, welcome back to our channel. We are Ruth and Thomas. This week is going to look a little bit different. If you're familiar with our channel, you know that typically we like to go on unconventional dates, and so this week is no different in that regard, but it's going to be a little bit more serious.
Yeah, it's been a really hard few weeks for a lot of people. We've just seen a lot of hurt in our community and learned a lot about systemic racism that we didn't know, our own personal biases that we've never really addressed,
our own privileges.
As we've been in this process of learning and educating ourselves, we felt like that is something we should encourage our community to do as well. Posting on social media is good, but we also think that action is a lot more than just posting on social media. This is a really hopeful time. This is the first time that we've had such widespread discussion, and people are willing to learn. People are willing to change their mindsets, us included. That really is the first step to long-term change. For this date idea, we're going to give you 5 easy ways that you can begin to educate yourselves on these issues and also be a part of the change in your own communities. Step 1 of this educational date is to go on a walk and talk. You ready?
Let's do it.
While you walk, talk about how you're feeling. Get out all your thoughts, questions, and what you've been going through. Discuss how race was or wasn't addressed in your upbringing and reflect on personal biases you may have. You might find out that you don't agree on everything.
We do know that it's going to be hard and may not be an easy discussion for anyone to have, but we do think that it's really important.
And the only way to learn is to have discussions with people that have different perspectives than you. Talks like these are a great starting point and can open the door to regular dialogue and continual growth. This week we have been meditating on some verses and have felt very challenged and encouraged by them, and we wanted to share them with you today.
This first one comes from Psalms. Blessed is he whose help is the God of Jacob, whose hope is in the Lord his God, who executes justice for the oppressed, who gives food to the hungry. The Lord sets the prisoners free. The Lord lifts up those who are bowed down. The Lord watches over the sojourners. He upholds the widow and the fatherless. He heals the brokenhearted and binds up their wounds. And another one that just has spoken to us a lot. Learn to do good, seek justice, correct oppression, bring justice to the fatherless, and plead the widow's cause. We feel like everyone has a part to play in bringing justice and equality. Concentrated, localized efforts are far more effective than trying to impact things on a global scale or change people's minds via social media.
So 2 ways that you can help organizations in your city are, number 1, making a donation. A one-time donation is good if you're able. Even better would be to make monthly contributions. You can also find out what the volunteer needs are of organizations near you. And that's a great way to bond as well, as to volunteer together for something that you care about.
And we've included a lot of resources down below, so check out the links in the description. A small way to contribute is to support local businesses owned by people of color.
You can find those lists with a quick Facebook or Google search, or if you have a Black Chamber of Commerce, that's also a great place to start.
So tonight, Ruth and I are going to be having a Springfield local favorite, Jerk Shop Go!
Ooh, yummy.
Oh my gosh, that looks so good.
Smells so good.
If you're in the Springfield, Illinois area, we definitely recommend.
Oh yeah. There are a lot of powerful movies out there that are well made and incredibly impactful. And so tonight your job is to pick one and watch it. If you need some ideas, we've included a list of really good movies down below.
And we know a lot of these are really hard to watch and hard to stomach, but they are real stories and real lives, and it's important that we watch them to understand our history and our present. So tonight we've decided to watch 13th. Well, we hope that you learned a lot on this date and had a lot of productive discussions, but we know that one day of learning is not enough, and in order to enact real change, we have to continue these discussions. So for the final step of this date,
we are going to have a mini book club. We also have listed down below a variety of books that you can read to further educate yourself on this topic and commit to reading at least a chapter a week and talking about it with your partner.
And you can have a lot of fun with it. You can dress up, you can make tea, it can be a real book club. But ultimately, the goal is just to keep talking about these issues and educating ourselves and becoming a part of the change.
Absolutely, and we know that there's still a lot for us to learn. There's a lot that we don't know and haven't experienced. So we would love for you to comment down below your wisdom, your experiences, but just please be respectful in the comment section.
Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next week.
Oh, they just handed Ruth the food, and here she comes like a victor after a long fought war. The spoils are hers, and the prize is mine. Woo-hoo!
We got food.
Jerk shop, go for the win!
Smells so good.